Cancer. Welcome to Zero's Journey. I'm Madeline. This is Praxis. And we apparently are going to be reading for you today. Very excited to have you. Very much looking forward to seeing what's coming up in July. But first, we want to start with your mission statement for the month from Spirit. And we look at that. Before I turn on the camera, I sit, I shuffle, kind of tune into your people, tune into that Cancerian energy, and then receive impressions from Spirit. And what I did today was go ahead and pull a card from the Threads of Fate deck. Beautiful, love this deck. Your mission statement for July, your season, Natch, is soul work, tuning into what is your unique mission on this planet. And I know that when I say that, instantly, right, there comes this like pressure and like it's like a mantle you have to wear, right, and a weight maybe. And some of you know what your mission is. You're like, this is what I'm here to do, this is what I want to do. Either I'm moving toward it, or I'm not yet but I know I should, or I am doing it right now, or whatever, right? Some of you know your mission. Some of you don't know your mission, and you're like, mission? Like, this is a strong word. Like, what do you mean? Some of you may ache to know your mission. It may be like a point of pain that you're like, it seems like other people know what they're supposed to be doing, but not me. Here is a clue. Here is a map. What experiences in your life have been transformative? You might even say a trial by fire. Where has there been that intense pressure and it brought something out in you, whether it was compassion or ferocity or resourcefulness, or fill in the blank with all of your gifts, your talents. Your gifts, your talents, your skills accumulated from the trials by fire, the cosmic collisions, like in the Threads of Fate book, the author chooses a mineral and a plant and an animal to associate with each card. And with soul work, the mineral is diamond. Oh, hello. My cat just fucking with the whole thing. So, for this card, the mineral is diamond. And that is because diamonds are produced from extreme pressure, extreme heat. Alchemical transformation is the only way that it can go from a sort of base mineral to this highly prized, shining, multifaceted thing, right? Your soul is this shining, multifaceted thing. You have many gifts, you have many talents, you have many skills and interests. What does your soul want you to do? Spirit wants you to weigh in on that this month. Forgive the rattling. That's Praxis doing her assistant reading. Okay, so let's talk about it, Cancer. Let's now get into the tarot. Let's get into the story of this month. Spirit, what do Cancers need to know in the month of July? Where are they in their story? Where are they headed? What do they have with them? Wow. What do they have with them, Spirit? Items, allies. What are the pitfalls? What are the potentials? What is Cancer? Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. What do Cancerian folks need to know for their highest good this month? Whoa, that was a big old chunk of cards. Let's see what we got here. Perfect. Okay. So your soul's mission, we're going to keep that in mind as we cruise through the story of your month. Soul work. What feels like me? You know, again, it's been kind of a theme across the cards so far this month. There's a theme of being true to ourselves. And I mean, it's your season. The sun is in your sign. It is the time to shine. It is time to, Spirit is saying, like, bring forth from that alchemical furnace what it is that it gave to you, or how it shaped you. And really digging into that. And like, well, it gave me this, gave me that. Not ignoring the bad, not bypassing any of the good either. It's like, yes, that experience really sucked, and I never would have been able to learn this or grasp that or get here if I hadn't been through that. those kinds of things. Those give more hints and tips and nudges toward your soul work, your mission. Okay, let's talk about July. Let's zoom in. Beautiful cards to start. Yes. Soul work. 7 of Pentacles, making adjustments, noticing what's working, noticing what's not. Beautiful. Wow, you're moving on. Wow, boy, are you moving on. Boy, we love to see it. Oh, wow, jeez. Okay, all right. Cancer, before I go further, of course, you know, these are general readings. So because it's not one-on-one, I'm getting a few different messages, and I'll try to relay them as best I can. Some of what I say will resonate with you, inevitably. Some of it will not, and I want you to just let that go, knowing that is for some other Cancer who is listening. Whatever activates and resonates for you, follow that thread and that through line through your life. Okay. So I said some of you all are ready to let go. And this is where the general reading part comes in. Some of y'all aren't. I'm just front loading this because I feel like it's important, okay? We're gonna get to all the beautiful and delicious and delightful stuff, but here's the potential. I'm jumping right to the potential. This is a very malleable part of the reading. It doesn't have to go this way, whether the card is positive or negative, but it's like things can tend in this direction unless we choose. Unless we're very present and very mindful and very conscious of each and everything that we're doing to the extent that that is possible. The potential is that you could find yourself feeling stuck, feeling hemmed in, feeling like there's not enough, whether it's like not enough time, not enough resources, not enough space. I'm hearing all of these things. And we're going to jump all across the reading because Spirit tells the story the way they want to tell it. So we're jumping from the potential to the past. This is why the 4 of Pentacles is the potential, because this is in your past. Now, no blame, no shame, no judgment, no nothing, Cancer. All of us have shadow work to do. Shadow work inevitably leads us to soul work. All of us have aspects of ourselves that we find distasteful, things that we want that we find distasteful. You know, like I'll just list a few of the classics for a Cancer is like insecurity, possessiveness, a desire to control, a tendency to manipulate rather than be explicit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll kind of nudge and hint at this person until they do what I want because I don't want to be demanding or something like that, when really it's like it's a much more nurturing and honest and loving act to be like, oh hey, I really would like this from you. Like if you would do that, it would just make my fucking life. Like it would make my day if you kissed me goodbye before you went to work or something, whatever little thing that like maybe, you know, you give the cold shoulder because like you didn't get the kiss or you didn't get the whatever. Listen, Spirit is being very, very vivid with that. So that might be hitting even just one Cancer, like, oh God, that's me. Like, and if that's you, no blame, no shame, no judgment. You probably were raised in an environment that taught you, shadow work, that being explicit and loud and vocal about your needs was not okay. So you developed like a defense mechanism, Cancer, crab, defense, of hinting and nudging and manipulating. And when you get what you want, you're great. When you don't get what you want, a moody Cancer. I mean, listen, I have moon in Cancer, so I am not speaking from a high horse. I'm speaking from a place of like, I get it. And you're okay. You're okay. You might have old habits, old fallbacks, old attachments, addictions. These are all things associated with the devil that I'll say threaten to keep you where you are. And I don't think they're going to do it, honestly. For the vast majority of you, the way these cards pan out, it looks like you are going to get to the bottom of what your soul work is. And part of your soul work has to do with collaboration. Take that however you like it. Let's come to the center of your spread. Beautiful card. Celebration, friendship, sharing, harmony, people with diverse talents and interests and skills coming together and producing something. It's like the sum is, or sorry, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, is what Spirit is saying. So it's like, maybe you and 2 other people are creating a podcast, or maybe you're collaborating and networking and coming up with big ideas with your friends, or you could be doing something creative that you're bringing other people in on. This brings a lot of joy and celebration. Like, I'm feeling like it's a nice start to the month. This could even, I mean, listen, this is a gimme, right? It's like the sun is in Cancer right now, but Spirit just said birthday party. So it could be literally that some of you are throwing birthday parties, attending birthday parties, like getting to have one finally after so long. Celebration is key. Fun is key for you this month. It would not be at the center of your reading if you were not meant to be having fun. Collaborating, reconnecting with friends is also what I'm hearing. So here's you, Cancer, foundationally. You on the internal. High Priestess. I mean, here's the moon. Here's your planet. The High Priestess is the intuitive of the tarot. She sees through people. She sees through things. She sees through words. She gets the true essence of something, no matter how it's maybe trying to be obscured. And the High Priestess knows that to be calm and quiet of the mind means that you can hear and feel and sense the subtler truths, sensations, like now don't get me wrong, your mind is stellar this month. Stellar. We're going to talk about it. But intuition blended with intellect is really your superpower in general, but particularly this month. I say that because High Priestess is floating below as, again, the internal, the what's going on within, manifesting as a result of that. You like taking up space, taking your leadership position is what Spirit is saying. So it's like, I mean, especially the King of Swords, the king of the mind, right? Thought leader, a speaker, a messenger, a sharer of truths, a bearer of truth. Spirit is using all of these words. The King of Swords is the king of words, king of the mind. And you can be anywhere on the gender spectrum and show up as a king. It's not about gender or sex. It's everything to do with personality type. And the King of Swords is like, I know what I want and I do it. Like, it's not the knight who's like aspiring. Like, it's, I'm there. This is my realm. This is my shit. Like, I'm great with this. Own that. That's what Spirit just said so loud and so clear. Own your fucking High Priestess, King of Swords-ness. When you, this is Spirit is saying, get the message, transmit it. It's from the inside out. Once you know the truth, speak the truth, live the truth, act the truth, and make adjustments as necessary. When these truths and revelations show up for you, make adjustments as necessary. 7 of Pentacles is looking at how things are going, taking a step back, taking a moment, taking a breath. And this is what actually Spirit is saying. They're like, this is the 7 of Pentacles is the difference between waking up in the morning, opening your eyes, and jumping right into like, I gotta work, like, or whatever. It's like, I gotta do the dishes, I gotta clean, I gotta get the kids to school, I gotta do, and jumping right in. Versus taking 5 or even a luxurious 10 minutes to be like, instead of jumping right in, which feels tempting because it feels like I'm taking action, like I'm starting, versus I'm gonna sit here and kind of like think or even meditate. Like, it's not even about analyzing or notating or categorizing. For a lot of you, it feels like both of these things are important, honestly, but if one of them appeals to you more than the other, I understand. No blame, shame, judgment on Zero's journey. We don't do that shit. For some of you, this is like about getting up in the morning and giving yourself time and space before you maybe like look at your phone or start engaging with other human beings or start working, to the extent that that's possible, because I understand that all of us are working with limitations. We have family and we have other people in our space and etc. But it's about Spirit's talking about like calibrating because, wow, okay, Spirit, jeez. I'm no mechanic, okay? But what Spirit is showing me is like taking your car on a really long haul. And on this really long haul, it's like over dirt roads and there's rocks and there's stuff, right? Because we're doing stuff on this journey. So over time, if we're going hard and it's rough terrain and stuff, we're gonna like get out of alignment a little bit. It's just natural, right? So it doesn't mean we're doing anything even necessarily wrong. When it gets wrong is when we keep going with no maintenance, when we just keep pushing to do for the body, right, of this vehicle or this vehicle. We keep pushing it, saying like, you need to hit this, you need to hit this, you need to do this, and not accounting for the fact that we've been pushing it for this hard, for this long, with this few resources, or really wanting this, or etc. And if we keep plowing forward with a fucking unbalanced alignment, or the axle's fucking like off, so like things are fucking jiggly, you can imagine that A, it's not going to be a very pleasant ride, and B, you might not even get to your ultimate desired destination unless you fucking pull over and do some maintenance. Pull over, take stock of the situation, and make any necessary adjustments. Boy, I've been putting a lot of time and effort and money and energy into this over here, and it really isn't panning out. Maybe I'm not going to remove it all because I'm still interested in investing in this, but I think I'm going to go ahead and spend a little more time, or take some of this money and move it over to this thing, because this thing is surprisingly flourishing. Like, people love this, or whatever this is. Like, less time, like, okay, this is what Spirit is saying. The time money exchange, okay? For some of you, this could be something like, is it more worth it to spend 3 hours doing your whole family's laundry on like a Sunday night at the laundromat? Or is it worth spending $25 to like drop off the 20 pounds of laundry and then come back the next day and pick it up and it's all folded and it's done and you had 3 hours on a Sunday? Like, it did cost you $25, right? And some of us, like, I'm being fucking real, some of us don't have that. We don't have the luxury of like, oh, let me drop off my laundry. But that is the example that Spirit is using, because they're like, hey, this is within reach. This is within reach. This can take away some friction so that you can feel a little more able to move forward smoothly, a little more joy, a little more fun. King of Swords, Spirit is saying, like, use your time wisely and make cuts wisely. And that's really what they're saying. And as they say, make cuts wisely, because King of Swords, they are, if you can see these guys, they are talking about cutting, taking cuttings from a plant, as I happen to have right here next to me. That when you might think that like cutting a plant hurts it, right? Like, I'm removing a whole ass like stem, or I'm removing a whole ass leaf, or whatever. But the truth is that when we remove and prune excess growth, the plant is allowed to grow wider and fuller than tall. Because if you just let a plant grow wild and like grow tall, like in a pot, right? It will become root bound. The roots will have nowhere else to go, because they've been, you know, when we see the branches on a tree, we know the root system matches the branches. Like, it'll be like a mirror image. So if this plant is like shooting up tall as it can be with no control, just growing wild, eventually the roots are going to match and hit that bottom of the pot and spread as far as they can, and then they start to choke themselves out. They start to wrap around each other because they got nowhere to go. So as a sweet Cancerian, you might feel hesitant to make cuts, to prune things, to say, you know what, I thought I was going to do this service, I'm not going to do it anymore. Or I thought I was going to be okay to go out to dinner with the whoever's this weekend. I'm so sorry, like, I don't have the energy for that. Do what supports your root system. Do what supports your root system. Be true to yourself. High Priestess, what do I really want? What do I really feel? Do I want to hang out with those people? You know, I have resistance because I want to just cuddle on the couch, but I really do want to see them, so I'm going to go ahead and see them. Or, no, I want to cuddle on the couch. And just be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Boy, you're doing some magnificent things in July. It must be your season, huh, Cancer? The world. The whole ass world. The big picture. Where this is the position where you find yourself. you find yourself gaining this understanding. And I love that that is coming on the heels of Spirit's channeled message about soul work. Why am I here? Why did I have to go through this? Why did I have to go through that? Why did that have to be the childhood or the lesson or the first relationship or the first marriage or whatever? You know, formative experiences are often like they were talking about, like a trial by fire, high pressure, high difficulty. And I'm not glorifying like trauma or abuse, but I am saying that we learn a lot about who we are and what we have. Like, damn, I didn't think I could ever go through something like that and come out of it alive, let alone like pretty happy and pretty balanced and pretty good as a human or whatever. And Spirit is asking you to take that big picture, zoom out. Why have I been where I've been? What has it given me? Ooh, I don't even know where I want to go next because all of these cards are so great. Let's go here. Let's go. Spirit wants to go to the future. Remember, devil in the past. Attachment, addiction, feeling low, feeling dependent, whether on a thing or on someone, feeling held down, not in the nice way. The past is that. The future is movement, is completion, is a cycle that you're like, oh, I'm done. Like, I get it and I'm going. I get it and I'm going. That's what Spirit is saying. So allow the things in your life that want to move. And Spirit is saying, we know you're a Cancer. We know you need security and peace and stillness. That is highly available as well. Things can be moving and growing and peaceful. Four of Swords is calm. It is restorative energy. It is the calm after the storm. It is the healing and the integration that comes after a difficult experience. Like, again, it's about looking at those things that have been really fucking hard, whether it's like, this was hard for me, or this was a difficult experience, or whatever, and going, wow, look what I've been able to do. And understanding, again, what you've been given as the tools and the allies and the skills in your life's mission. And here's your ultimate outcome, your conclusion card for the month of July. Can I also just say, happy birthday, Cancer, because between the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands, there is definitely like some partying and some celebration and some family time. Family can be blood, family can be chosen. I see you celebrating, I see you home, I see you feeling supported, partnered, joyful, creative, safe. These are all the things in the Four of Wands. It is called the marriage card, it's called the commitment card, it's called the family card, the homecoming card. There is a feeling of, I have arrived. You have arrived, Cancer. And you have always been great. You may just not have always seen or known all of the elements of your greatness. And that is what you are being invited to look at. All of the elements. All of the elements, earth, fire, water, air, of your greatness. Get the whole picture. You are loved. You are celebrated, Cancer. Thank you for being here, Cancer. I really hope that this reading is helpful for you and that its messages show up for you exactly when you need them and just in the most divine timing. Wishing you luck and love. If you ever want to get a personal reading or just hang out in our Discord or could become a patron, we do mid-month readings if you're a patron, live. It's really cool. You can do all that in the description below. And if you liked this video, I would super appreciate you hitting that like button, or if you didn't like it, hitting that dislike button. That's great too. And if you really liked it, subscribe. Zero's journey. All right, Cancer. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a beautiful month, and if I don't see you in the weekly vlog on Sunday, then I hope I will see you in your August reading. Bye, Cancer.